Welcome to another session on Python coding. Today we are going to solve the exercise number A5 in the second PUC Computer Science lab. The question number A5 is as follows. We are supposed to write a Python code to count the number of lines, number of words and number of characters in a text file. We will first create a text file and then we are going to find the count of words, character and lines in the text file. So let's go ahead with the code. As usual, I will be using the VS Code to type the code. However, I'm going to demonstrate the same thing in the IDLE also. Suppose if you are new to the VS Code, then the first thing that you are supposed to do is you are supposed to select the folder. If you have already using the VS Code, then you can click on here to confirm that you are in the second PUC folder. If you are not there, then click on the file and then open the folder and go to the place where you have kept your second PUC files. I'm going to select this second PUC folder and you will come to the same point. And then you can click on the new file or you can click on the file and new file, and then the same you click on this and I'm going to say this is the exercise number A5, and if you're using the VS Code you are supposed to type the file extension that is the .py. So press enter and then you can click on this explorer bar to close it down. I'm going to just zoom in for you so that you can see it properly. Now let us write the function that is going to take the name of the file and then compute the total of lines, words and characters in that particular file. So let me start with a function. I'm going to call this one as a count file. You can give any name to this particular function. It is going to take the name of the file and I'm going to call the variable as a f name. To reduce typing, I'm going to do that thing. So we will first try to open that file. So I'm going to say with the open and the file name is f name as given. So this is the file name, whatever file name the user is giving. I'm going to open this file in the read mode. Okay, and then let me escape this one and then I'm going to say this as a file. I can take it as a f, but I'm not going to do it. The reason is I'm going to use a f somewhere else, that is for f string, and some students may get confused as which is that f. So in order to avoid that, I'm going to use the full file name as file. So let me store all the content of this file in a variable called as t. T refers to the text which is there in that file with the name f name. I'm going to read that file. So I will have this file here. So you notice this is the file dot. I'm going to read all the content of the file into a variable t. So t contains all the text which is there in that file. So you have a file. Just assume that you have a file with a lot of text inside it. So you have a lot of text inside it. All these things are read and stored inside this variable t. So t will contain all the content of the file. Now from this t I'm going to just print the required thing. So I'm going to use the print statement over here and I'm going to use the f string. The reason why I have not taken the file name as f here is because of that. Otherwise the students will get confused whether this is the same f as the other one. So in order to avoid that, I have used the variable as a file here. Okay, if you are not getting confused, you can use it as f to reduce further typing. So let us start with the number of lines. This is what they have said, lines, and I'm going to use colon and I'm going to write the expression. So how do you find the length? We are going to use the length of it and we will go to the text. Remember what is this t? So this t, you have the file here with a lot of contents inside it. So all this content, all are read, all these contents are read and is placed inside t. Now t contains everything. So I'm going to go to this t, and I'm going to say that you split these lines. So split the lines which are there in that t. So what the t will do is it has read all the content in the into the t, and in the t what I'm saying is you split the lines, you split the text into lines, and you know very well length will count the length. So that is simple as that. You're going to find the length. So that is simple as that. So this is for the number of lines. I'm going to use slash n. You know very well slash n will take the output to the next line. So I don't want everything in to come entire output to come on the same line. So I want the next one, that is number of words, let it come in the next line. So that is why I'm using slash n. Slash n means the next output has to go to the next line. So these words will come in the next line. That is, otherwise everything will come in one line and it looks a bit odd. So I put a space here, and let me again find the length, and I'm going to go to this t. You know very well t will contain all the content which are there in it. So I'm going to say t dot split. Okay, it is going to split it into words, and you know very well. So when you call this split will split the entire things into words, and then we will start counting the number of words. So that is done. After that, again I'm going to use slash n. This is for the next one, and then I'm going to say characters. So this is the next one, characters. We are supposed to find the characters. How do you find the characters? Again same thing, we are going to get the length, and this time we are going to say to the t that tell me how many words are there in it. So that is simple as that. You have written everything there. So this is what you have. So you have the t dot split into lines, and then count how many lines are there, split into words, and then count how many are there, and then just count the number of characters. So that will complete the entire. So this is just a 3 lines of text. With this, let us go to the, once that is done, let me go to the outside this function. So our work is done. Let me just say open this file. So I'm going to use this open this file. So I will use the open, and the name of the file I'm going to say sample. Just press escape if it is coming in the pin. The name of the file is sample.txt. You can give any name to the file. So this is just a file name. How I have given the file name here as a5.py. So I'm just giving the name. So this time I want to write to this file. So I'm going to use w as my option, and then w as my option, and then I'm going to put a dot here, and I will write. So I open the file, then and there I'm going to write it. So look at how I have done it. So you don't get confused. This is a very simple way. You open the file, okay, in write mode. The name of the file is sample.txt, and then start writing it. So don't wait for anything. Start writing it. Dot write. Open this file. So here you are opening this file. So open this file, and then put dot and start writing it. So what is that you are going to write? Now I'm going to cheat a bit because I don't want to type the whole thing. So I will go to the text that they have already typed it here. So they have typed the text here. So this is the doc string that they have typed. So within 3 quotes. So you can't do it, but you have to type it during the examination. So what I did was, in order to for me to get it, so this is the function, is it not? And you are going to write something over here. Now what I have done is I have put the enter sign 2 to 3 times, so that you notice here, don't get confused, the opening bracket is here, the closing bracket is here. Here you are going to type everything. Okay, so that you have you are not getting confused. So let me just show you again. So this was your write function, and you would have written something here like this is a text, something like this you would have written here. So something you are writing, is it not? What I'm doing is this will clutter the thing, and it will confuse you a lot. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing enter 2 times, so that you have enough space here. and then you know very well, assume that I'm going to type this content. I just copied it from there and I pasted. Just assume that I typed it, because it's going to take slightly longer time if I start typing those many things. So this is what I have done. So this you notice over here, this is the opening bracket, this is the closing bracket of that function, and in between you have written all your text. So the text is there in between, so you can write it, there is nothing wrong in it. I'm going to use Control S to save this file. So Control S to save. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do it. Okay, now I have to call this function. What is the name of this function? Name of this function is count files. So I'm going to just use a name of the function count files, and I am supposed to give the name of the file. So slide assume that you are not going to make a spelling mistake. I'm going to just copy this thing. This is the file name sample.txt. Remember, this is the general mistake that you will be doing. You will make a spelling mistake whenever you are typing this. So capitalization and everything, be careful. This is sample.txt, sample.txt. If you want, you just copy it, Control C to copy it, Control C to copy, and come here and then Control V to paste. Okay, so if you are finding it difficult, what is this count file? This is the function that I have just written. So this is the function I have just written. So this is the function. And what does this function expects? It expects the name of the file. And what is the name of the file? Sample.txt, and that is what I am supplying there. Okay, hope you got what I'm doing. So again, I'm going to press Control S to save this file. So press Control S to save the file. Let me run this file. So just we'll just put it over here, just we run it, and this is what you are going to get it. Okay, number of lines is 3, number of words are 12, and number of characters are 70. Let me just confirm it with the output that is given by the PU board. So number of lines is 3, number of words are 12, and number of characters are 70. So this is same thing that you are going to get it. So this is your program. Now for those students who doesn't have the liberty of using VS Code, I don't know why it is going down. Okay, let me just do this one. And for those students who don't have the liberty of using VS Code, for them I'm going to just copy it, and let's go to the VS Code here. And in the VS Code, I'm going to click on the file, and I'm going to say a new file, and then just assume that I've typed it. I've just copied and pasted it from my VS Code. This is the same code. Control C to copy and Control V to paste it here. I've just pasted it over here, and then I'm going to go to the file, and I can use Control S. The option is file and save, and see to it that you are saving in a location that is given by your teacher. So you ask your teacher where to save the files. In my case, I'm going to save it in the second PUC. So just double click on it, and I'm going to save it with a different name. Don't the reason for that is I have already saved the file with the A5. So I'm going to save it as A5A dot. There is no need to put dot py, because it's going to give the extension as dot py, so you can just ignore that thing. However, you have to do it in the VS Code. VS Code expects you to do it, because VS Code is not specific for Python. You can run any other, you can type any other script on VS Code. Okay, so coming back to this one, I'm going to click on file and run module, and it is going to give me the same answer that is given. Lines are 3, words are 12, and characters are 70. Lines are 3, words are 12, and characters are 70. So within 4 lines you will be able to get the output. That's all for today. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.